Oh, he said he has to resend the link. So so click out of that. Huh? Okay. So he's sending out the new link now. So you can click out and click back into it. Okay. Huh? No, the same link, right? Oh, Keon, so where you sending it to? You putting it up on Facebook? Yeah, and he said he's sending it directly to your phone. Okay, bye. So am I about live right now? Oh my god. I'm so sorry, everybody. Now no one's here. Look, now no one's here. It's like everybody left my house. Everybody picked up and left. Now no one's here. We have Look, now no one's oh shit. We had some technical difficulties. Unforeseen technical difficulties. So let's see what happens if my folks come back. We're gonna give it a sec. Let me take a sip in a sec. Technical difficulty. Okay, people bear with me. I'm gonna wait to see if people join back. Click back in. Freaking bangs is driving me crazy. I should have cut it some more. But yeah. Let's hope that everyone comes back because we had technical difficulties. I'm getting a message here. Who? What Obama kids team? I might as well apply some lip gloss. Please excuse the mishap, everybody. Please, I appreciate you. I need a PS. This poor dog. They just leave the dog out. Okay, let me not talk shit. Look, let me not talk shit. You know how the BOIs get, honey. Next thing you know, we'll be in a full out war. Okay. I bumped into this place because, as you know, when I came here, I guess I was on some bougie bullshit because I don't eat off of food trucks. Back home, I'm always like, "Where the hell are you washing your hands at?" No, thank you. So I would never eat off the food truck. But when I came here, and it's after the club or just whatever, it's like, "Come on, let's go to this club." I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not eating that shit. I'm not eating that shit." So one day, I was able to be persuaded for some odd reason, right? Stay out my business. But one day it was late, and I said, "It smells so good," and he had like, I'm about to say steak and take. He had what you call it, surf and turf. He had steak and lobster. He was smoking it out there and everything. I said, let me try it. When I tell y'all it was delicious, magically delicious. So now I've tried several little food truck situations now. And some are better than others, but there's one. Shout out to Big Belly Catering. Oh my God. I'm on their menu. I'm somewhere like, hello. So where y'all at today? Are y'all in front of this? Is y'all in front of what? And on Saturday or Sunday? I'm like, how are you not working on the weekend? What are you doing? I just thought this man don't know me from nowhere. I'm on the phone. You're not working today. What kind of business? How you not selling food on Saturday and Sunday? Not the Lord's Day. I'm always talking shit to this man. But the food is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I haven't tasted anything that wasn't good. So I guess we all learn valuable lessons. Don't judge a book by its cover or whatever. because I refused, and now I'm soft stalking these niggas. You know what I mean? So we have to learn. Okay, are people back? Oh, people get fed up. They don't know what's happening. They don't know to go back to re-click the link. Come on, people, use your brains, your good senses, and click back in. We had some shit going. It's goddamn R. Kelly Nation. I'm on as well. Well, I think we should go move on. We have to have respect for the folks that are here. Um, if y'all didn't know, this is a Prosecco cocktail. All you do is add a fruit juice. Some add lime or different things, but I just did a little orange mango. Salud. I should have cut up some watermelon. I had enough watermelon this week. Mm. What's going on? How we looking? How we looking? Do I put my glasses back on here? How did I scratch these glasses? Yo, these glasses look like I was in a fight. Why? It's great. It's scratched everything. I need a new frame. I'm the worst. Because I just take them off and throw them in my bag. But still, what's in my bag that's scratching the shit out of my glasses stuff? I mean, I don't carry a knife anymore. I used to have that 007 on deck. Like, oh, you was gonna cut me? No, nigga. I was gonna stab the shit out of you. Who's cutting? I'm not cutting. What am I, Puerto Rican? No, let me see. What about Latino? They good for slicing and dicing. I used to have a Puerto Rican girlfriend. She transferred in, and we used to call this bitch Zorro. She would not throw her hands, but she was in somewhere. You had to pull her back. Like, listen, ain't nobody going to jail for you. You over here wowing. I'm gonna work on that. That's gonna be my next project. I'm gonna get me some really cool frames. All right. I'm taking all suggestions. If you know any wine or a specific style that you think would look good on me, I'm open for suggestions. Okay. What do we got? Anybody? Same? Mm-mm. I do not appreciate this. Okay. We're gonna have to speak to since the management's always talking to me. Management, I'm gonna have to talk to you about this. Okay, so moving on. I was told to move on. Um, yeah, we were talking about the R. Kellys of the world, and now I was moving on talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce being very 16 allegedly. And also I'm hearing that he had dealings with Miss Foxy Brown as well, and she was only 15. That's why I say Beyonce, because on record they trying to say she was 17, so it don't look so bad. She don't look so hot and ready. He don't look so petty, fally. So yeah, so that's why I think if he would fuck with her at 15, he would mess with her at 16. So he was out here messing with babies, nigga. And it's really sad. And we understand you probably have a lot of girlfriends. Nas pointed that out for us, and Ether. He killed Jay. Can we just have a sidebar on Nas? Let's get a shout out. Let me get a hand clap for Nasty Nas in the motherfucking building. Let me explain something to you. That is Queen's finest. Okay? And he can drop some shit right now if he wanted to. They tried to come for my boy, for my son. And he was just chilling, minding his business. He was laid back. He wasn't making no noise. He wasn't putting on no shows. He wasn't making no noise. He was minding his business each. And y'all came for him when nobody said for him. And of course, what Jay Z did, of course, because he is talented. So what he did, da da da, oh, trying to kick knowledge, da, da, all that, it was fine. It was cool. But Nas killed him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Prince. I don't know whose side you was on. Yeah. I mean, because the metaphors. You know what I'm saying? He was telling a story and he was telling the truth at the same time. He said, you was calling my crib and I ain't even give you my numbers. I believe him. You know how it is when you try to get on. Nas was definitely on first. He called him a Tybo hole. A Tybo hole. Like, damn, that was a low Nas. Anyway, don't ever try to disrespect me, blatant or indirectly. Yeah, I know the whole shit. Yeah. Look, that's how I feel. Don't ever try to disrespect me, blatant or indirectly. He's like, don't ever, ever, ever. Okay, I just gotta say it. Nas killed your shit, but Nas wasn't out here fucking with babies. Okay, that we know of. Lucky he didn't throw that in the song. You fucking cradle robber, like you know what I'm saying. Lucky he didn't throw that in there, but anyway, so yeah, we hear this about Jay-Z as well, and it's very disturbing because he's a guy, a businessman that we all respect. Even if we don't love him or like him, you at least got to respect his swag, his business ethic, everything. Okay. All right. So moving on. You know, I hate to just talk about my folks. So Led Zeppelin, did you see him get anything on Led? Oh, we are in shambles. All right. We are going to hell in a handbasket now. Yeah, Led Zeppelin. Nobody knows who that is. You know, it's a rock band, whatever, whatever. And so wait, all of the ones that I have, you got, you know, got? And did any emails and shit? Okay. Okay. All right, so y'all know who the hell Led Zeppelin is. And Led's, I think he married her at 14. Led married her at 14. Elvis Presley, I think his bride was 13. Am I wrong, Prince? Elvis's bride was 13. And I don't see what we don't see. The issue. It's like, oh, that was a different time. So a different time for pedophilia because a grown man with an underdeveloped 13-year-old little girl is absurd. I don't care how smart she is, how hot and ready she is still a baby. This girl barely has pubic hair. Okay. She barely, like at 13 years old. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. But wait, let's go back to Aaliyah for a second. Because I'm told that it wasn't just Aura. Aaliyah also allegedly was with Dame Dash and Jay Z as well. Is that true? Mm. So how did that work? They just passed her around? Like Jay Z brought her to Dame's house and just left her there? How does this work? Y'all are business partners. How do you have both fucking on this little girl? Come on, come on. And guess what? And God blessed him with what? Jay Z with a little girl. Now somebody gonna be fucking on your daughter. Okay. Because why would y'all do that? Run through this girl like this? I didn't find anything because I wasn't looking, but now that I'm talking about it, Ashanti as well. Wasn't there some footage? Ashanti was in the front seat of Dame Dash vehicle, butt naked. I want to say allegedly, but I saw it for myself. I saw the footage. Like they were somewhere driving and he was playing too much. Get in. And she jumped in the car and she was butt naked on the leather seats. Look, that's what I'm thinking about. She was butt naked on leather seats. Yeah. So it's unfortunate how these young ladies are being passed around. And it's unfortunate that they don't have enough self-worth to put their foot down in that affect. So, um, who else? I said lead. We got Mick Jagger. We got Jerry Lee Lewis. How old was Jerry Lee Lewis's wife? Um, she was 13. He was 22, which is yes, is young, but not for a 13-year-old. she was she was 13. Like she was in junior high school, probably first year. What she was seventh grade? Eighth grade, maybe? Seventh. Jerry Lee Lewis was 22 years old and his bride was 13. So I'm going to call it glorified pedophilia. Okay? That's what I'm going to call that. Um, because America allowed it. They actually these ones on here that were married and was able to get married, America allowed it. And I know you can also say like with the third world countries and stuff, um, they get married very young. But to my understanding, they're both young, right? Unless because they are selling their daughters off. That is true as well. But listen, that's too complicated. Let's just stay right here in the US for now. All right? Because if we get over to Ethiopia and Nigeria and India, if we get over there, it's going to be a whole nother Honduras, all that stuff. No. So, right here in America, this is fucked up. Right here in America, it's fucked up. Okay? And what were we going to talk? Oh, I wanted to touch on, no, I wanted to touch on Tony Montana. Isn't he such a G? So we can't say petty anything because she's 28 and she's grown and she's been grown for some years now. And if she decided to be backing that thing up on my boy Tony Montana, Scarface, motherfucking what was his name of Scarface? Al Pacino. No. Hmm? I do. Well, hello there. Who do we have? Talk about it with Kimberly Riese. What you want to
Hi,
talk about?
Kimberly.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm okay. Who's this?
This is Shine.
Okay. Because you hit me with the hi, yo. I was like, oh shit, I done did something wrong. How are you, Mystique? Do we have something to speak on the subject?
We absolutely do. I've been listening to you and responding in the past few moments because you're bringing up all of these things that, like, I remember because I'm a geek and a nerd. So, as a child, 14, 15, 16 years old, I was interested in Jerry Lee Lewis and Elvis and people of that time. And I knew that they had these child brides, and I didn't know to have a problem with it. But
Oh,
now, as a 44-year-old woman,
okay.
I can see what a tremendous problem that is. And it's more so about these grown men. And these grown men are excused because they have talent or they're successful. But a 20 something year old Elvis in Germany identifying this 13, 14-year-old little girl, bringing her to house parties. Aretha Franklin, 12 years old, her dad messing with 12-year-old women and little girls in the church.
Oh, Aretha Franklin's dad?
Did you know that? Aretha
No,
Franklin's minister, world renowned minister,
I'm
had a
sorry.
baby with a 12-year-old.
Get out of here. And what state was that in? I'm gonna be, my pen is not working. What state was that in? Like a southern state, Memphis or something? Where's she from?
Absolutely Southern. I want to say Alabama, but I could be wrong. But
Alabama.
it's somewhere up in there.
So her pastor and father, is this her father?
Her, her father was a famous pastor. Her father was TD Jakes level in that time. That's
Okay.
how Aretha at 12 and 11 years old was able to tour the church circuit because her father was a famous pastor.
Oh my God. Okay, so he was a famous pastor and he had a baby with a 12-year-old?
He had a baby with a 12-year-old, and Aretha had a baby at 12, and Aretha had a baby at 14.
By who?
They
Oh,
won't say, but we absolutely
oh
know that they were
my
members of the church.
God. Oh my God.
Yes,
12 and 14. She had babies. Can you imagine your body going through that type of trauma at 12 years old? Jesus.
absolutely.
Jesus Christ. I can't
And
believe
so
it.
when I think about right, and so when you think about that at this time, the 50s, 60s, we're talking about a period in history. So this must have been commonplace. This must have been happening every day in your house next door.
Right.
This must have been a thing. This
Hmm.
must have been okay for people. And I feel like it didn't become unokay until the rest of the world caught wind of it. Because
Hmm.
Jerry Lee Lewis, we didn't find out about his little baby bride, who was actually his cousin.
Right. It
This
was
was
his
his cousin's
cousin.
daughter. Right.
Right. And how did he
This was
not
his
get murdered
cousin's
at the
daughter.
family reunion? Like, how did he
Come
not
on.
get shot at the family reunion? Like, come here, bro. Let me talk to you for a minute.
Because of the power dynamic, because he was in Jerry Lee Lewis band. So
Mm,
you have to be able to have my daughter because you paying our bills.
wow.
The
Wow.
power dynamic. Yeah. So they landed overseas and somebody said, "Hey, who are you? Little girl?" And she goes, "I'm his wife." So that hit the fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Elvis was too big when his stuff hit the fan. He was too big, so we didn't care. They didn't
Mm-hmm.
care about Aretha and what happened to them. So success is the precursor for not being prosecuted. But this must have been the mentality of these states in that time. How many 11, 12, 10-year olds went through that, but nobody cared because who they were being molested by wasn't famous?
Right. It's like, so what? No big deal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the residuals of that, as we have come to a society nowadays, the residuals of that, I believe, are how we see women being systematically treated in the public now as a whole.
Mm. You better talk
Women have
about
no
it.
more value. We have no more value. Now that you have abused us and used us up from infancy to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
elderlyhood,
Mm-hmm.
when we're little babies, you want us too soon. When we're older, you don't want us at all.
Mm. Girl, you better
And
preach. You want
yeah,
us too soon, and when we older, you don't want us at all.
come on. And that's the current climate we're in. And that's why women have decided like we're gonna have to take care of ourselves emotionally. It's not just financial. I think people like to throw
Emotionally.
that around like,
Yeah.
yeah, women are too independent. We're independent because we have to be for our sanity.
Right.
We have to be. Like, who wants to be in a relationship? And especially as a mother of daughters, who wants to be in a relationship with these type of this gender, this species, knowing what they're capable of?
I'm telling you. Prince, turn this down. Turn my mic, the earphones down.
That's
So,
my 2 cents.
Shutter, that's my 2 cents. Girl, that wasn't no two. That was about 25, 35 cents. But as my mother would say, you cracking, but you facking. That's absolutely. That is.
Right.
What you
And that's
laughing?
coming from somebody. And let me just say, because there are a lot of men that will hear these. Anytime you're having these types of conversations, there are going to be people that latch on to, well, they must be fast, or from the opposite side of sin and play devil's advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So let me be honest in saying I was active early. We're
Okay.
talking, I don't know, I may have been 14. So I was active early. But my partner was a 14-year-old. So there's an innocence in us. It was
Trying to
looking
figure
back,
out where the hole is at because it's two kids.
right,
That's what I'm saying. It's when
right,
they're taking advantage of their innocence. So even though,
right.
although some of them are hot and ready, as I said, little Caesar's pizzas running around here twerking their asses and doing all this extra shit. Although that's the case, you as a mature adult should not be attracted to a child. Just like,
Come on.
where's your mental that you're attracted to a child? And I feel like that with older men and even young women, even like a 19-year-old or a 21-year-old, and you're 56. Like, she's still a child. She should still be seen as a child. So for me, that ruler goes way beyond the age of consent. So, but these right here, 13, 14, even 16, where was Mr. Knowles when Jay
Come
Z was
on.
sniffing around his daughter? Where was he at? Stealing her money? Where was he at?
Come on.
You like keep her occupied while I get over here and do a couple of things. Like, where was you at? I would have
Come
said
on.
this motherfucker from Brooklyn, New York, okay, coming trying to take advantage of my daughter's innocence. She from Fifth Ward, ain't she? Fifth or what? Third?
Third.
She from Third Ward.
Come
So
on.
where or and your father was actually in your life. He didn't have anything to say about that. No, because like you said, the power is the new passage. If they have the power, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Now, these people, we know about them because they're entertainment wise, but we know the low level of trafficking. Yes, we know about that. But what about these what you call it? I want to call them these communists, but these people that come from overseas who have diplomatic immunity, these diplomats that come over here and they're ordering 4 and 5 year olds or 13-year-olds to come to their hotels because this is what they're used to because of the power. The power. And
Absolutely.
you know what else I always thought about? These men that want these little ass babies, these one of these diplomatic motherfuckers, um, maybe they got little dicks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe they got little dicks and ain't no a
Yeah.
grown ass woman gonna be like, oh shit, where's the rest of that package?
Absolutely.
You left half the package on the
Absolutely.
porch, nigga. I think you need to go back to the car.
Yeah. Little dicks, low IQs, all of that.
Little dicks
All of
or
that.
short in height and whatever. You just want to feel dominant in some type of way. So yes, a 13-year-old is gonna think you're huge.
Yes. Yes. And
Or
instead of
mhm,
doing the hard work of
mhm.
developing yourself to where a grown, mature woman would find you interesting and attractive, you would rather just color. You
Yeah,
rather
you
go
want to
buy
color, bitch. It only got four
yeah,
crayons. You get on my nerves like when you go out to dinner. Listen, then they just want to color. But you know,
yeah,
an older guy admitted that to me. An idiot that went okay. I'm supposed to be not calling people names. But an idiot that we know, he was saying foolishness like that. Like, no, I prefer a young woman because I can mold her into what I want her to be. Do y'all hear that, young bitches? So he can
come on,
mold you into what he wants you to be. Fuck who you want to be. Fuck what your dreams and aspirations just may be. He said he
come on,
always dates younger women because he can mold them into what. And also, he said, I said, because why don't you want someone at least in your age bracket so you guys can grow together and learn from one another? And this moron said, a woman can't teach me anything. So I looked at him,
uh-huh,
and you know who I'm talking about. So when I looked down, because I had to give him the over the glasses look because of my IQ, baby, I'm smarter than you sitting right here effortlessly.
come on,
So you said what
come on,
now? Say that again. Oh well, I'm saying I don't want to learn something from a woman. I don't want to learn. I don't want and learn. None of those words should ever be in the same sentence.
come on,
You don't want to learn from a woman. So, do you understand, my ladies? They want to have a way to manipulate you, to have their finger on your neck, to have them move around and do exactly what you want to do. And I have been out, especially in the South. It just happened to
come
me
on.
here when these men are like, oh, you don't talk directly to him. You tell me what you want and then I'll get it for you. I was so confused.
Yes.
I said, I'm sorry, what? Like I was just really confused and really had to bypass it. Like, you so crazy. I'm thinking it's jokes. Are we telling jokes?
Hmm.
But this is what's going down. The women are sitting there silently letting these men make decisions for them. And like I said, by all means, if you can lead, then lead. I seen some shit. I think we put it up on the show a few weeks back when he was saying that. A woman is a woman around a real man. A woman is
Come
going to
on,
behave like a woman around a real man. But you knuckleheads out here, you can't direct traffic. So why the fuck should a
come on,
woman put all her eggs in your basket when you don't have any direction, sir?
come on,
I mean, at the end of the day, y'all want to keep saying these alpha females, but you have basically have given us no choice. You
come
think I
on.
don't want to sit back? I seen the young, and at first I was like, look at this silly bitch on yesterday. She said, when I'm in the car, no, no, no. She said, I was talking to my girlfriend or whatever, whatever in the car. I'm in my man's car. He had hopped out and I'm talking to my girlfriend. And she's like, oh, that's a nice car. He got a moonroof. And she said, I looked up and was like, oh, yeah, I guess he do. And she's like, you're always in this car. You didn't notice that it was a moonroof or a sunroof? She's like, girl, no, I'm not paying attention to that. I am sitting here. I don't think about where we're going. I'm not thinking about where we're eating. I'm not thinking about anything but looking good for my man. If I'm sitting next to my man and he's got his hand on my thigh and I'm on my, I'm flipping through my phone or whatever I'm doing, honey, I am content because I know he got me. So now in that sense, at first I was like, you silly bitch. But then I was like, damn, that might be nice to just, to just fucking sit there, let somebody else drive. And I mean drive in every sense of the word. I trust you. I trust my life with you. I trust where we're about to eat with you. These days, you can't even trust a nigga to pick the restaurant.
Come on.
Like, what happened to the day when the man is like, I'm taking you out and he just picks you up and y'all just go? No, now he's like, where you want to go? Well, I don't know what you like to eat. Well, I don't know. Listen, men, become men and you will find a woman. Okay.
Come on.
Become a man. And then maybe you'll find a woman. Stop talking about all this. I started off with this talking about these thoughts and everything like that because the parents are raising them to be that. But I think if we help one another with requiring men to be men, allowing them to be men, and also, man, want to be a man, man. Look, want to be a man.
Come
There
on.
was a time that men had walked with so much pride. They wouldn't even take anything from a woman. Okay? This motherfucker might have been
Come
out of
on.
work for 3 weeks. He is going outside making it happen. He refused to come home and tell his woman and his family he lost his job. Where is the pride? These niggas is sitting on the couch for a year and a half talking about, I was putting applications in, playing a game. What the fuck?
Come on. Come on. And listen, young bitches don't take offense. We just trying to give you some game, young bitches. But listen, let me also say that we are in a day and age and we find ourselves, time has not been our friend because there are not a lot of men examples for the younger men. So they don't know how to be a man. That's one.
Right.
They don't even
Nothing
know
to
what it
lead them.
consists of. All they know and understand is that I'm supposed to pay the bills. And then when they can't pay the bills or when it's not necessary for them to pay the bills, they don't know what else their position or their role is in your life.
Well, shit.
And because a woman can't tell them nothing, they won't listen to us try to tell them how we need them now. Because we don't need your wallet. Now we need something else.
Okay. We need some emotional support.
Come on.
I need you to be team me.
Come on. And I feel like the young women now need to hear, because what they are seeing and what they have been raised by is strong women. And they want to vilify strong women and make it look like strong women are too independent and strong women act like they don't need a man, which is not the case. We're not saying that. So I want young women to know that that's not the case. It's easier to partner up in every way in life. So it's not the case to not want to desire a man. But I want young women to know that they need to love on themselves and put that energy into themselves. And then you will find or level up to a man that's deserving of where you are. But don't just be, because I fell for the okie doke. When we was 3-4 years old, they was giving us dolls and telling us that we were born wives and their husband was the be all end all. And that's how you gonna get out your mama's house. It don't work like that no more. Because what you're gonna find yourself
he's trying to get out his mama house, so it don't work like that.
Girl, come on, Kimberly. Come on, Kimberly.
Oh God!
And then if he gets out his mama house and y'all establish a house together, who's to say that this is the type of man that you really want? Like at the end of the day, do you value peace or do you value the fact that he's paying your bills? Because I could pay my own bills and have peace in my house. You're not going to lord over me. And see, the reason why they like these young women is because they can lord over them. But I want women to know to shrink yourself and to make yourself mentally inferior to these men is not the way to go. Be who you were called to be.
It's not the way to go because they may be paying your bills or taking care of you in a sense, but he doesn't have any respect for you.
Come on.
And then when there's no respect, I feel like there's no love. I feel like those things go hand in hand in my life because you can't have one without the other. You can't tell me that you love me and you don't respect me.
Come on.
Like that shit does not go
Come on.
together. So,
And what we see when these 12 and 13 years old, when they got puberty and hit puberty, that man didn't want them no more. They wanted the next 12 and 13-year-olds. So it doesn't make sense to shrink yourself in any type of way. Because they're
mm-hmm.
not gonna want you.
Anyway, yeah, your time you're gonna expire too, like the fruit. I mean,
Right.
but there is, like I was saying, there's about two handfuls of good guys out here that know what they want and strive for they want. About two handfuls. That's it. And that's why y'all out here sleeping with each other's mans and shit like that because you're so scared. But you know what
Mm.
they say, the same way you get them is the way you're going to lose them. So be mindful of the decisions and choices you're making. And going back to what the original was, young ladies, stop being so fast to get out here. Don't worry, you got the rest of your fucking
Amen.
life to twerk, sis. You got
Amen.
the rest of your life to suck dick, seventh grader. You got the rest of your
Amen.
life to get fucked in the back staircase, seventh, eighth grader. These kids are having
Amen.
more sex in these schools. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Nobody is focused on any type of future. Everybody is living for the day, for today and today and today. And someone just told me, like, I tried to help this person out and give them a couple of dollars just to hold them over for a couple of days, but they went and blew it all in one spot. So it's like everyone is living for the day. What about tomorrow? What about next week when you got chlamydia? You know, that's my favorite one
Come
to talk
on.
about. When you got chlamydia. When the last time I went, let me tell y'all this. This is not a goddamn game. All right. When I went to my GYN on my last visits, um, you know, you get all the tests, you get the BBCs and the HIVs and the 1, 2, 3s, right? So they told me to sit to the side because you know HIV now is like a 15-minute test or something like that. They give it to you same time. So I'm sitting to the side and I'm waiting. That 15 minutes turned to 20 minutes. That 20 minutes turned to 25 minutes. I'm like, hold on. What the fuck is the problem with my HIV? Now you scaring the bitch, right? So now I go to the lady. She like, I said, so she said, oh, she didn't come to you. I said, no, she didn't. She's like, oh, okay. I said, just tell me what it is. She's like, oh no, we can't do that. She has to tell you. So you know that sounds like bad news. Now I gotta go talk to the special person. The special person gotta tell me I'm losing my shit. So now the lady finally called, the young girl finally calls me in the office. When I sit down, she closes the door. I said, oh my God, I got AIDS. The nurse started cracking up like, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I said, because y'all doing all this secret squirrel shit. And I just feel like negative is negative. Bitch, you negative is the phrase, do Allah, wallahi, ishi Allah, whatever the hell you want to say. Okay, amen. Why are you taking me through all of this to tell me that I'm good? This is what I was trying to say. But she said, no, 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 you're fine. And then she told me this. Y'all ready? You'll be surprised how many positive aid tests she gets a week for one. And two, she said, is the kids, the teenagers. She said under 18. These kids are coming in 15 and 16 years old with HIV. Now, you know, that's because they all having sex amongst each other in these high schools and this and that and the third. But she said it like, oh, you would be surprised. She gave me this face like, it's not my adults. This is what she was trying to say. It's these fucking kids just out here
Let me
trying to
tell you
find a
all I
way to
know.
fuck. Probably can't even afford a condom. And if you can't afford a condom, PSA, you don't need to be fucking. You heard what Cardi say, broke niggas don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. If you can't afford what you need to get it done, which would be a room, stop fucking in your mama's couch and sneaking in the basement and shit like that. If you can't afford the means to make it happen, then that means you shouldn't be doing it. That's the first sign.
That
Is that what you were saying?
I was going to say that revisiting me being with someone who was my age as being my first, and then that experimentation. Now looking back as a 44-year-old woman, he would not have been so anxious had they not given him condoms at school.
He want to
So
use
that's
them.
the
He
part
want to
that I
see what this
left out.
condom life is about.
Right. So adults still were involved. It still were the catalyst to
Hmm.
us going where we never should have gone.
But that
And
one
he
there with
wouldn't
the
have wanted to
condoms,
use.
yeah, if he didn't have it, if he didn't have access to it. But that one, people were torn. I remember that condoms in the school or no. It's like you don't want to promote them doing it, but they're doing it anyway. So you want to give them a way to protect themselves. I know like the nation was split 50-50 with that.
Right.
Yeah, because he wanted them to
And
have
then back
access
then
to
they
it.
were just right. Back then they were just handing them out with no conversation. They weren't actually talking about it because it was so taboo. So they were just giving them out. But
Uh-huh.
nowadays the kids see it on TV every day. So we definitely should be giving them out. Like they should be getting them motherfuckers with their textbooks.
But they text. Okay, you got math, English, science, lube, um,
And these
condoms.
base minimum mediums, whatever they come in,
Shut
these
up, these
extra small.
schmediums. Don't give them no golden ticket because they still growing. You get to get the schmediums, the
Right.
schmedium condoms. Oh my God, it's so crazy. And people, the politicians that have come and gone, who sat in very large rooms or sometimes very small rooms, do not understand how these decisions in those rooms are making this world implode like this. It was unheard of. I mean, I went to all white school, so yeah, we heard Christina suck so and so's dick in the staircase, but it just wasn't common like it is now. The text messages are like, meet me between third and fourth period by the boys' bathroom. And what is that,
Right.
ladies? At least make them come to the ladies' room with your nasty fat ass. Come on, you are sucking dick in the boys' room. So when other dicks walk in there and they talking about they necks, you can't be mad. I mean, I just feel like everybody's behavior needs to back up. Like everybody
No.
needs to just stop. Everybody calm
But
down.
don't you feel like we're in the perfect storm though? You know, back in the day, in our day, if you was a hoe, you did that shit undercover. And it was like only one or two girls that somebody found out, God forbid, that they sucked dick. And then their reputations were
Your
ruined.
southern ass said
But
suck
I
dick
feel
so
like
raunchy just now. I can't even get into it. So deep. She said, "What's the country rapper?" Uh, I don't even know. So
Ooh.
deep. You know how they be like pussy ass nigga. Like, damn, they cuss so much stronger here. You're like,
Let me you know I'm a fucking lady. Let me quit.
it's okay.
But going back.
Okay.
Now, I think we're in the perfect storm because I think that sex is being weaponized. And now these young ladies don't have that desire to protect their names and their virtue. Now it's like I fuck like a nigga do. I'm give
Right.
me, you know what I'm saying?
I go
Like,
all
and
night like a
then
trucker.
come on. And
Five,
then Sweet Pea, like you gonna bang that thing out in your 30s. It's not gonna be no good. You can't
it ain't
bang
gonna
that
be no
thing out like
good.
that.
She gonna call her sweet pea. Sweet pea, that thing ain't gonna be so sweet.
Cause
Bang
we
that.
had grannies. They don't have grannies nowadays. To tell
Yeah,
them
they
you
don't
don't bang
have
that
Big
thing
Mama.
out like
Big
that.
Mama is gone. Hmm.
They were filming porn at my son's high school. Full on pornography. And
So
this was these babies' idea of, I guess,
they
freedom. Like
making
that
what?
makes them
30,
feel
40 what?
powerful. Huh?
He said that the old Prince over here said that the OnlyFans, some of these chicks is getting 30, 40 grand a month because now they're getting paid for it. COVID made these things go to an all-time high because nobody wanted to be outside.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Did you see the bad Bobby, the meet me outside little girl? That little
Now
girl
you
was
just
little girl,
ratchet.
Kimberly.
What you say?
She made $1 million. She made $1 million her first month on OnlyFans. This baby had just turned 18.
She, you call what's her name? My baby, bad baby,
Bad Barbie.
bad Barbie.
BHAB. Yeah.
So it's going down, but is she showing her body?
oh, these men were waiting for her to turn 18. But then on the flip side, it was like, but as soon as she turned 18, she promoted to these men that she's about to be showing her body or whatever. But because everybody was kind of outraged about how to feel about it, it was like she's only 18 or whatever. But I think in that year she made like I think like $15 million off of OnlyFans.
Oh my Jesus. And she was the one outside cursing her mama out. And that's what the issue is because they're glorifying all the wrong shit. I think we lost you, Sean. Did you hang up? But I need a break, everybody. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. I promise you, but I gotta go to the little girls' room. You're gonna put some music for them, please. Oh, oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. I was holding it.
Order. Got a little body, but that shit still get back.
Oh my god, it's Grandmaster.
Party pack, throw it back. This one, for all my little body girls, better get you one. Bang, 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 bang. You see it? Sheesh. Got a little body, he like it like that. Yeah. Got a little body, he like it like that. You know it. Got a little body, but that shit still get back. He like it like that. He like it like that. Fun size, petite, slim dick, that's me. Lightweight, so sweet, intrigue, by me, by me, by me, by me. Little body tight, six pack in that booty fat. Keep that nigga guessing, now he stressing, don't know how to act. Legs behind my head, but you pick me up instead. Fuck me in a headstand, baby, we don't need no bed. There ain't a better silhouette. Picture perfect than when you got me in a press. Picture perfect. Little bodies be the best. Yeah, I said what I said. Period. Got a little body, he like it like that. Yeah. Got a little body, he like it like that. You know it. Got a little body, but that shit still get back. He like it like that. He like it like that. Fun size, petite, slim dick, that's me. Lightweight, so sweet, intrigue, by me, by me, by me, by me. Fun size, petite, slim dick, that's me. Lightweight, so sweet, intrigue, by me, by me, by me, by me.
Oh, thank you for mentioning your email. I need you all out my phone. Everything I'm trying to do is you, the network, the email. Hmm. Oh, hi. Hi. No. I'm back. So we lost you, Sean, and you were in the middle of telling me about baby Barbie or some nonsense like that. And I know for the young ladies who are out here struggling and maybe their mamas ain't shit and you just want to make it and stuff like that, when you see things like that, you feel like that's a good move to do. You feel like I look better than her, or I dance better than her, or I'm better, I'm smarter. I can do that too. Um, Things like that is like a fluke. You got to be realistic with yourself. What's going to get you to the top is hard work. Okay. Hard work, creativity, all of those things. But to just jump on something like that, like you want to follow somebody, follow the scientists, try to help out with the cure of cancer. Those are the things that you follow people into. But something like that with this baby Barbie and these ice spices, I have nothing against the girl. I just don't see what everybody sees. I just don't. And even when they put all of this makeup on her and everything, she just looks like the dirty girl in front of the chicken shack with a black and mild. I just don't see it. So, like I said, things like that are really a fluke. So you got to be smart. And even these people who do get what you call it, fluke rich or fluke popular, it doesn't last very long. It only lasts to the next hot video, the next hot TikTok. So if any young ladies listening, because I know Sean, we started talking to the young ladies directly. So, yeah, if you're listening, be smart about it. Like, that just doesn't even make any sense. There's no control. Sorry, I can't see. There's no control. Sex is everywhere. It's overrated. And that's why we talked about the LGBTQ community a few weeks back for the same reason, because even they are out of control. Like, sex is just at the all. I always felt like sex was overrated. Me personally, I'm a mind fuck. You know, like, she don't even jump right until I'm mentally stimulated. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be like, oh, he look good. I'm fine. I'm giving him some. My brain personally doesn't work like that. Now, I know some bitches' brains that do, and I'm not mad at you, but when you're young, just refocus, ladies. Sean also said something very important, which is self care. Okay, love yourself, because um, it's more likely if a man or whoever, whatever you're into, sees how you care for yourself, then they understand what they're getting themselves into. You know, they understand, like, oh, okay, she likes nice things. Okay, she is a vegan. She takes care of her body. She works out. You know, so self care is important. Read books. Self care is important. Keep your mind stimulated, like the pastor said. Everybody out here looking for a man. Everybody's looking for a husband. But are you broughtable? Can you present yourself in front of a established, educated young man? What are you bringing to the table, as the men say? Okay, you got to at least be able to bring yourself to the table, okay, and hold your weight before they come in. Because, see, this is when men get it fucked up and feel like they super save a hoe and they saving your life, and now you indebted to them, and now you better suck my dick on Tuesday nights, you know? But if you came in with your own worth already, he doesn't have to find a worth for you. He doesn't have to create a worth for you, because you already know your own worth, right? And 9 times out of 10, when you know your own worth, everyone around you figures it out if they don't know. Okay? You had to get a little serious with you motherfuckers real quick. Because I'm so serious. So I think that both works both ways. Let me see. What's the minute? Okay. So I wanted to talk about these Sean, if you're still there. Um, there's some female predators as well. We're going to talk about Fergie. What's Fergie do, Prince?
Oh, you said Fergie? Fergie was dating Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to talk about Jada too.
Okay. Fergie and Justin Timberlake. So I believe Fergie was 23 years old. Justin Timberlake was only 16. He did not. I know my femme fatales. I know how we ride. No, he was not of the age, at the age of consent. She is a fucking weirdo. 23 and 16. Like, I don't care how much swag you get. That's like your friend's little brother having a crush on you and you fuck him, which some of you whores probably did. But you don't fuck your friend's little sister. I mean, your friend's little sister or your friend's little brother. But you know what I mean? You don't. He was 16. You were 23. Come on. You had your puss all in this young boy's mouth. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. I can say what y'all want to say, but that little white boy was not fucking ready. Okay. And so shame on you, Miss Fergie. Miss Fergie, shame on you. She probably felt in her moment, shit, men do it all the time. I mean, she may have felt like that. We don't know what her thought process was, you know. But even if she was a feeble country, what's my girl that came out here and blew up? What's the girl? That's goddamn. Kanye embarrassed her, and that's when her career jumped off. Taylor. I said she moved out here, some old small country town girl. Even still, like, he was like a street knowledge type of guy, swift 16-year-old, cool ass, above his time. and you were 23, corny from a, small town. Even if that was the case, the record is the record. The law is the goddamn law. And you knew that boy was 16, girl, and you was 23 years old. There's no way. So shame on you as well. We're going to talk about them and we're going to talk about your ass too. That was bad. And his mother probably didn't give a shit because most boys' mothers don't. What is it about the boys and the mother? They don't give a shit. They will let their son fuck all in the house and everything. I don't agree. I think we should be teaching our young men to respect their bodies just as much as we teach women that. Because you got the good guys out there that's getting pregnant by the bad girl. I mean, yeah, the bad girl is getting knocked up by the good boy because he did not respect his body. He took it because she was giving it. He wasn't being selective. He took it because it was thrown at him. So he put on his motherfucking catcher's mitt and caught that shit. Because as was pointed out to me a few months back, is that men be front and they don't get as much ass as they act like they do. What Prince said, unless you a drug dealer, a professional ball player, or a rapper, he said, niggas not just getting pussy like that. Okay, niggas is out here working hard for the punani. That's what I heard. So with that being said, listen, be more. I know it's hard to come by. When it comes at you, you like, do I want some pussy? Well, yes, I would like some pussy. You know what? That would make my day brighten up a little bit. Absolutely. I'll go for it. And then you go fuck Laquita, right? And now here you can't keep a job because Laquita keep getting you fired every job you work to because she's absolutely crazy. So I understand that it's not as easy for men to come by the vajayjay, but you still need to be cautious and picky choosy, okay, with your body as well. Both men and women bodies are temples, okay? So just because you're a boy and little silly boy moms, okay, it's not okay. Teach them to respect their bodies as well. Okay. So I am thrown back about Aretha Franklin. Is anybody else?
Yeah, I didn't know that about her.
Right? I didn't know. Aretha had a baby at 12, and then they went back in for the kill at 14. And y'all remember, if anybody can pull up anything on Aretha was slim. But there's something called, that trauma that you go through in your life that causes things like over drinking and overeating and drug abuse. Right? This lady, it was like 3 people. She was so big. And for ignorant people like myself at the time, it's like, God damn, who did you eat, bitch? Like, how are you up here sitting on a bench singing? She shouldn't get to sing if she can't stand her ass on stage. This is the shit we would say, not knowing her history, not knowing her trauma. Thank you so much, Sean, for sharing that with us. Come on, Aretha. Poor baby. You just want to go back in time and punch a nigga dead in his fucking throat, right in his esophagus. Boom. Motherfucker, go sit your horny ass down somewhere. Let me tell you something about my daughters. No, I don't care if it was their uncle, their cousin, their godfather. I didn't do no lap sitting. I'm sorry. You think I'm crazy or you want? When they was in the stroller, honey, don't even think, you got the cover over it. Okay, so being from the East Coast, we don't have just the net. We have the plastic cover as well because it gets cold out up there more so. So don't try to lift my plastic. You can see her from here. I used to be like, you look through the windows. You can see her from here. You're not lifting up the plastic and touching her. So I was already always protective in that way. But even when they like 6 and 7 years old, oh, hey, Uncle so-and-so, and they sit the baby on their lap, because your dick is on your lap, nigga. All right? And you're only a man. Your dick is on your lap. And I'm not playing. I was never playing. I don't know. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, that I made it through, You know, they came close a few times to trying to get this little young cookie, but I made it through. I made it through. Okay. But for those of you who did not, since we're on the subject, talk to somebody because that's what Aretha should have did. But you know, that was such a time back then. So I'm sure no one was telling her no shit like that. But yeah, right now, right here, right now, talk to somebody. Because sometimes when you think you're being fresh and grown and you're going into it like, because I like him and he gonna be my boyfriend and da 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 da. And then it may hit you at some point, maybe during when that shit is killing you, is hurting you to death, and he's having a time of his fucking life, and you all of a sudden say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. And he doesn't stop. Because you know what Olivia Benson said, you can say no at any time during the process. No means motherfucking no. And sometimes when you feel like that shit has been taken away from you, it's going to come out in other ways, in other parts, or maybe even in other times of your life. So if this happened to you, if anybody has this kind of history, unfortunately, my heart does go out to you, but talk to somebody. You can do anonymous if you want to. You know, they got all these hotlines and shit. I'm not about to do that. Google it. Ask Siri. They'll tell you who to talk to. But yeah, so back to this hoe asshole. Now let me stop. I'll talk about Fergie. Back to this hoe asshole. But no, the hoe asshole I'm actually referring to is because I've been throwing her name around a lot lately because I'm very disappointed and my heart is hurt. Is this motherfucking Jada. Ooh! J to the D to the She disappointed a lot of us, didn't she? Like, I know Jada was from the hood. Ain't she from Baltimore? Where Jada from? Philly? No. Prince is from Philly. Where the fuck? I thought Jada was from the hood. She always act like she was a homegirl. When she first got on the scene, when she first was acting her acting roles, she was a homegirl. Remember, she was with Damon Wayans in that movie and that other movie she was in. She was like a homegirl type. So I always thought that she was boom. What I say? Because you know a bitch from The Wire when you see a bitch from The Wire. Okay. And yeah, so I always thought she was a ride or die. But you like a snitch. You like a what I call them, a dry snitch. Bitch, you snitching when nobody ain't asked you no questions. You know what I'm saying? You volunteering information about your husband. Your husband is supposed to be your foundation. Like, I'll curse you out. I was about to say it. You gag it, motherfucker. Okay. Sounds like somebody's chiming in dead on to the line. But yeah. This goddamn Jada is working my goddamn nerves every time she won't shut the fuck up. But y'all ain't talking about her fucking with her son's friend all of this goddamn time. Let's talk about that, bitch. Is that in the book? Let's talk about that. I got a call. Okay, talk about it with Kimberly Riese. Who am I speaking with?
Girlfriend, I had to call you back again.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost you earlier. I was like, oh shit, I lost her. What's happening? What we talking about?
I had to call you back again when you started talking about Jada, girl.
That Jada got us up in arms because we loved you, Jada. We loved you. We voted for you. We would have voted for you, bitch. I would have came out and rallied for you and your so-called alopecia, bitch. I would have rallied for you. And this how you gonna do the Fresh Prince? Don't do this.
You is ignorant as hell. Wait. Okay, wait. Let's dissect this, Kimberly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody was up in arms about Jada, right? But I was taking a different stance because these are two kids from the hood, right? They was in the first part of acting world, the first wave.
Yep.
It was in the first wave of hip hop. So when we look back at it, at every reality,
the Cosby Show.
This was just this was just a dude from Philly and a girl from Baltimore.
Right.
This geek, the Fresh Prince, ran across this thug from Baltimore. And they did whatever they did, right? So here we all these decades later, these niggas is friends. All running a scam on everybody. These niggas is best friends, they ain't gonna never break up. That's one.
Okay.
But on the flip side of
But if they
Kimberly, if we can
friends,
tie this
hold on.
thing
If they
together.
friends, why would you do your friend like that? Why is she trying to out him about his sexual, indiscretions and all of these things? If they friends, she's not being a good friend.
I don't think he care. I don't think he care. I think this is the second half of his career because remember he was squeaky clean with Smith, and now Jada's coming out and saying, "Nah, I'm married to this nigga." So this is keeping both of their names ringing. Truth be
relevant.
told, they ain't did shit. They ain't been in no movies, did nothing.
Okay.
So that's why I think they're in the scam on everybody. But let's back that thing up because this was recently, right? We've been so much attention to them. Recently, I went back and at an August Alsina interview.
Okay.
This baby, this was her son's friend, Kimberly.
I know that's what I just said. There ain't nobody talk about when you was fucking with your friends.
But if you go back and look at this footage, this young man she did a number on this baby.
Yeah, he was in
crying.
love. Oh, he was crying?
God. Yeah.
What was he
On the interview I saw, he was crying because he was saying all this hate and attention that he was getting when he sat down with Will, and Will told him it was okay. Now we know, right? Now we know 4-5 years later, Will and Jada wasn't living as a married couple, but back then we didn't know that.
Wow.
Back then they attacked this baby.
Okay. Shut up, this
and
baby.
this baby was saying, right, and this baby was saying, I not only had the green light from the mama and my homeboy who's son, I sat down with the husband who told me it was okay to let this child abuse me.
To let this woman child abuse me. How old was he though? Exactly.
We got to okay,
18?
really now, even if he was 18, he mentally 14. Let's be honest. Even if he was 18, he was mentally 14.
So he was looking for another mother.
But Jada was saying she was trying to help
Come on.
that whole thing. That's why he really was so distraught.
Oh, so I'm hearing, okay, so she was trying to help. Oh, so she really manipulated this baby. Because if she was trying to help him in a mother's way, how you start fucking him?
Come on.
Wow. Come on.
And she gotta be 4'7", 4'9". She built like a little girl.
She built like a little girl. Right. My ex told me she looked like a 12-year-old little boy. But my ex told me. But yeah, so it's to him, it's not even she not even giving grown woman other than all those fucking cheekbones she implanted in her face. But other than that, she is looking like a little young something.
And now you have monetized what you've done to this child. He had to come out with it because I forgot how it got out, but it was traumatic for him. And she didn't come out as the villain. And now we are years later, and now you done heard a whole book. Right. And now that's why it popped up on my timeline again, because now we dragging the baby back through the mud.
So she did talk about him in the book.
Yes, a predator is a predator is a predator.
So you saying she been the predator? She done flip and turn Will out, and then now she done did this to this poor young boy who had mommy issues. Jada. I am just too through because, like I said, I loved her. I really did. I didn't agree, like I said, with all that pumping that she did to her face. But other than that, it was like, that's Jada Pinkett. You know what I mean? It was never I never heard anything, foul in the past. But so now she didn't put the boy in the book. I can't believe he was crying. Ain't he a thug? No, stop. Oh my God. Sean, did we lose you, honey? I think we might have lost her. Girlfriend, we can't hear you. So, yeah, Pinkett. Pinkett, and the plot thickens. I love when y'all call in with the good tea. Honey.
About Mary J. Blige.
Okay, hello?
Did you hear about Mary J. Blige?
No, we lost you. Where was you at?
Oh, they real.
She just busted like, you hear about Mary J. Blige? Like, what? Wait, hello? Okay, what happened with? Oh yeah, what happened with Mary? I heard some things. What's happening now?
Mary J. Blige also was having a situation with a 15-year-old Danny Boy. Remember Danny Boy?
No, Mary J. Blige was always the victim.
You better look it up. Danny Boy was 15 years old, and she was with KC.
And how old was she?
Yes, ma'am. He says that she used to fly him out.
She used to what?
She used to fly this 15-year-old child from California to New York.
Who is he? Can we see a picture of him? Manny?
Pull him up.
Danny Boy? He was. I need to know what a
He ran with
15-year.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop Dogg. So he was a thug.
Yeah,
Okay.
he ran with no stockbroker.
Well, shit. Not a stockbroker, but I thought maybe he was, So he was a thug running with Snoop, and she fell for this 15-year-old boy? How old
She was with
Mary?
KC at the time. Yes.
Well,
and he
KC was
you know
whooping her
how.
ass, so
Right.
he was whooping her ass. She
And
was
this one
on
is kissing and
cocaine.
telling.
Who kissing and telling?
Danny Boy, you have to pull him up later on. I'm gonna send you
Oh
some
my
footage, but he is
God.
kissing and you know how men are when they start telling everything they know. But he is telling the whole sordid story, honey.
Okay, is this it right
Oh,
here?
they also talking about Foxy Brown. Foxy Brown was 13 with Jay-Z.
Oh, I thought it was 15. I put 15 down here. But listen here. What does it say? You see my screen? Make it big, Prince. My shit is small. So you see this? Is this it? I see a picture of Mary J. He just put it up on the screen. That's how he look now?
Yeah, I guess he does look like now with the ball on.
He has a fortune now. He's an internet star.
Why Mary look like that?
Yeah, I don't know why she look white right there.
And so what does it say? Something again? I don't know.
Maybe he's talking about her again because he won't stop.
It says
maybe that's what they mean.
Boy did the unthinkable. Therefore, record says I slept with Mary J. Blige at 15.
Oh, and so is he confirming that it was true?
Yeah, he's confirming that he slept with Mary J. Blige.
He's doing more than confirming, baby. We wouldn't know if he wasn't telling these stories. He's telling the whole
that's him.
story.
Oh, she got a type. Because she was with KC and he wasn't cute either. So you was flying this little, look at my face looking at the screen. You was flying this little ugly ass nigga back out from this little ugly ass. He don't even look like he looked like a grown man. He looked like a little boy. But you know what?
Come on.
I'm a Mary fan. Like I'm a Mary fan all day. So we just gonna say that she was on drugs. We gonna charge that to the drugs. Okay, we gonna just charge that. But Miss Alopecia, on the other hand, I don't like anything. No, seriously, I didn't like anything about it. Even when she was saying about Will, like, I didn't even see him connect. Like, please, I wasn't impressed. I thought it was a skit. She gonna try to disrespect and say it was a fucking skit when you knew this boy. First of all, Will was laughing too because he's a goddamn comedian. He was laughing too till you gave him that big mama thug look. Like, the fuck you laughing at type shit. And he jumped up and went and punched poor, what's the name, in the face. He didn't want to do that. He was laughing. It was a joke. It was a joke. So you push this nerd to do it. Like, I'm going to stand up for my wife. And then now you ain't even going to support him and back him up. I think she's absolutely disgusting for it. I'm sorry, me personally. Me personally. With that being said, can I give a shout out to Taraji P. Henson because I love her so much? We're like best friends in my head, right?
Hey, clap. I'm clapping.
Taraji P, I love her. She just seems so real, so down to earth. We love the fact that she moved to California and She was already 26, 27 years old, which is not heard of for her to just be starting her career at that time with a small child. I think he was 5 or 7 or something. And she's come a long way. But I heard her talking to big headed ass Angie Martinez. I was never a fan of this big head hoe from Hot 97. And she said, they were talking about going on vacations alone, which I can't fathom because I feel like somebody's gonna just grab me and throw me in a hole. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't want to go back. I need a witness. Okay, I can't go to another country by my goddamn self. But so Angie was saying what she was saying about, but Taraji said, no, not 4 days. I'm going for an entire month. She said it's self-care. I'm going to take a minute to digress and reset and all those things. She had me thinking about that. I always meet 1,000 people when I'm away, you know that. But I'm just glad somebody got to slip something in my drink. Am I too literal with it? I don't want to be somewhere with my asshole hurting. You know what I'm saying? Some shit that I did not attest to. I did not agree to this shit. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, because we start. No. I said you can eat this cat. I ain't say bend me over for the wrong hole. Okay. Mm-hmm. Shauna, you still there? Because I don't think you're here. And we're closing out. Are you here? Okay, thank you so much, Miss Steen. You have gave us some insight. You hear us over here. He's saying he didn't know either. We are bugging out about Aretha Franklin right now. 12 and 14. That could have a lot to do with her overeating and just the self-loathing behavior that she had over the years. That probably had a lot to do with it. I just honestly can't see a 12-year-old saying, yeah, okay. What's this bitch? Bring that dick here. Ain't in the song say called Bring This Dick Here? One of these city girl bitches, one of them, come here. Bring that dick here.
Well, this is something that's not really talked about, but there's prostitution and sex trafficking that happens within organized religion. I have family members who were victim to it, who were passed around by pastors in their early teens and early 20s. So she was a victim of that. Juanita Bonham was a victim of that. It's a known thing. And I don't think it's addressed because they hide behind their religion and their position and their title.
Oh my God. I can't even I know about some fresh pastors, don't get me wrong, but I can't even imagine. And then you're the demon in the church. And it's crazy that you say this because last Sunday, Pastor was talking about false prophets. And they're the worst kind because you have people actually following you, believing in you, believing the things that you say, living their life a certain way because you say so. And that shit is horrifying when you're a young girl and you're looking up to this man for guidance and he's supposed to be leading you through God and he is taking advantage of your panties. So when you finally figure this out, now you have become a demon because you hate the world, you hate the church, you hate the pastors. Now you got the stigma in your head. So now you can't even find God. See, people like that. And I feel like that too. They want to be sitting in these rooms discussing the new laws and shit like that. It needs to be discussed about this 5-year bullshit. The statute of limitations on child abuse, rape, and all these types of all these things that are against the woman. It's 5 years. If you don't say anything in 5 years, then you can't be prosecuted. They can't prosecute. Which is, like I said, I want to go back and get Aretha Franklin's assailants. I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. And even with R. Kelly, like I wanted to be Aaliyah's big sister to go over there with him and all his money and all his fame and cuss him the fuck out. Okay, with my bat in hand. I used to have a bag. I still got one in my back trunk right now. Cuss him the fuck out. This is why over the years I've gotten the gigs that I got and everything like this and sat at the tables that I've sat in because I treat people like the fuck they are, a human being. I don't just see you and start wigging out like, oh my God, of course you can sign my titty. No, you can't put that marker on my skin, nigga. This shit is velvet. No. Okay, and on that note, we're gonna leave on a high note. You know what I said? Parent your kids with intention. Okay, lead them because why? The children are our future, literally. Okay, and with these fucking old men coming after our babies and vice versa, listen, save these babies. Save them. Get these young bitches out these old. Okay, last thing I'm gonna say. I'm throwing a 10-year-old birthday party. The girl there had to be like 11 years old. The child's godfather was there and pulled up on a motorcycle. When she first pulled up, she said, "Could you ride me? Could you ride me?" And I heard it. He said, "Oh no, honey, I don't want to ride you." You know, like he don't want to be responsible. She's 11 years old. Go sit down. She's over there again, just fluttering around him. 11 years old, fluttering and doing like this and playing with her hair. And I'm going to be safe because I'm going to hold on to you and da 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 da. I want y'all to know that I was putting the cookies and the cakes out. And she wasn't my child. But I definitely turned around and said, "Hey, go sit your fast ass down somewhere. Whose baby is this?" That's when I start pointing at people's kids with my big finger. Whose kid is this about to get raped and maimed? Because what if he wasn't the guy that he was? Okay. And just rolled off with your child into the sunset and left her wherever he took her. You have to be more mindful, young people. Even if your mom is a crackhead, you see your mom is a crackhead. You don't want to be a crackhead, right? Okay. Be more mindful. Okay. And we're going to get out of here because, as always, I got somewhere to be. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Thank y'all for y'all's patience with the technical issues. We are going to do better going forward. That's all we can do. That's all we can promise. Again, it's your girl, me. Talk about it with Kimberly Riese. We're out of here.